The road stretches out before you, a long straight line through the vastness of West Texas. The sky is impossibly wide, painted in brilliant blue with just a few wisps of cloud. The sun bakes the earth, and the only sound is your engine and the wind. Out here there are no cities, no crowds, just open space and silence. This land feels empty, yet it's brimming with stories and a quiet, stubborn spirit. We're searching for the ghost towns of West Texas. Places time nearly erased. They're faint marks on the map, easy to miss unless you're looking, but we are looking. We want to understand what happened here, why people left, what life was like when these streets were alive. This isn't a race for speed, it's about slowing down and listening to the silence. Imagine you're in the passenger seat, leaving the modern world behind. The only traffic is a hawk circling above, the landscape painted in browns, reds, and dusty greens. Cacti stand like sentinels as we drive deeper into the heart of a forgotten story. It's a story of boom and bust, hope and hardship, a chapter of America's frontier. Our journey is a race against forgetting. We're here to explore, document, and remember. These towns may be abandoned, but their stories linger in peeling paint and weathered wood. They're etched into the dry air. So, buckle up. Our adventure into the heart of forgotten Texas is just beginning. Let's see what secrets the desert will share. The road calls, let's answer. We pull over and step onto the main street of Marathon. The silence is almost physical, profound and deep. Dust crunches under our boots as a breeze whistles through broken windows. Close your eyes and you can almost hear echoes, wagons, laughter, the hum of a saloon. The buildings stand like tired old soldiers, weathered by decades of sun and wind. The Gage Hotel's faded sign and dark windows hint at stories untold. Across the street, a collapsed mercantile store is overgrown with weeds. Remnants of shelves and memories linger, canned peaches, boots, fabric, all gone. We walk slowly, the only people on a street that was once a community's heart. Every cracked sidewalk and rusted sign tells a piece of the story. There's sadness for what's lost, but wonder at the resilience of these structures. They refuse to disappear, bearing witness to lives once lived here. This isn't just about old buildings. It's about connecting with the people who built them. Who locked that door last? What was the final conversation in the empty cafe? Exploring these streets is like walking through an open-air museum, every object a story. The past lingers, waiting for someone to listen. We head south into the Chihuahuan Desert toward legendary Terlingua. Jagged mountains rise from the desert floor. The air is dry and hot. Terlingua was once a booming mining town, alive with fortune seekers digging for mercury. Now it's a ghost of its former self. We wander the ruins of the Chisos Mining Company, stone walls crumbling, empty doorways gaping. The cemetery is haunting, simple crosses, stones, many marking children lost to the 1918 flu. Life here was fragile, loss a constant companion, but Terlingua isn't empty. Artists, musicians, and free spirits have moved in. They live in old shacks and adobe homes, bringing new energy to the ruins. The Starlight Theater, once a movie house, now pulses with music and laughter at night. Here, the past and present mingle under the desert stars. Terlingua is a town that died and is being reborn. Abandoned doesn't always mean the end. Sometimes it's a new beginning. The people here are caretakers of history, part of a continuing story. Even in decay, there's vibrant community. Terlingua teaches us that stories endure, even as places change. The desert holds both memory and hope. Why did these towns fade away? The answer is layered. For many, like Terlingua, it was about resources. When the mines closed, jobs vanished. People moved on, seeking new opportunities. For others, progress was the culprit. The automobile and new highways let people bypass small towns for bigger cities. Local stores, cafes, and motels lost business. Main streets grew quiet. The decline was slow. First the school closed, then the post office, then the church. Those who stayed watched their towns fade, memories lingering like old photographs. This story isn't unique to West Texas. It's echoed across rural America. Economic shifts, changing industries, and the lure of city life all played a part. These towns are monuments to a different way of life. Smaller, self-sufficient, close-knit. Understanding their decline helps us appreciate the challenges of rural life. When these towns disappear, we lose more than buildings. We lose history and roots. Each empty street is a reminder of what once was. The past is fragile, and forgetting comes easy, but remembering keeps these places alive. Every abandoned building holds stories, if you know how to look. In Shafter, we push open a creaking schoolhouse door. Sunlight falls on a desk carved with initials. Who were JD and LS? Childhood sweethearts, perhaps. Dreams now faded. In a deserted farmhouse, a 1950s calendar hangs. A coffee cup sits by an open book. Life paused, never resumed. These small, personal items transform emptiness into memory. A child's shoe in a bedroom, yellowed newspapers in a store, a rusted tricycle on a porch, each a clue to daily life. We piece together the hard work, joys, and struggles of those who lived here. These stories connect us across time. They were people like us, with hopes and fears. In some towns, we meet the last residents, the keepers of memory. An old rancher recalls legendary cattle drives. A woman shows us family photos spanning 5 generations. Their memories are a mix of pride and sadness. They give voice to silent buildings and dusty streets. These stories ensure the spirit of these towns isn't lost to the wind. The past lives on in those willing to remember. Every object, every story is a thread in the fabric of this land. We listen, and the dust speaks. The silence is full of voices. The story continues. There's a raw beauty in these abandoned places, honest, imperfect, and real. The setting sun casts long shadows through a burned-out church. Peeling paint reveals layers of history. Nature reclaims what was built. Wildflowers push through cracked pavement. This isn't about ruin for its own sake. It's about meaning in the passage of time. These places show us the cycle of creation and decay, the peace in knowing nothing lasts forever. Crumbling walls and rusted metal have dignity. They've weathered storms and wear their scars with grace. As a storyteller, I'm drawn to the magical light of West Texas. In the golden hour, ruins seem to glow, textures come alive, every crack tells a story. Capturing these images is an act of preservation, a way to honor beauty before it's gone. This beauty is emotional, a reminder of our own impermanence. It's humbling, connecting us to something larger, the slow story of the earth. In a ghost town's silence, you gain perspective. Your worries shrink. There's peace in the breakdown and a strange comfort in the ruins. The past and present meet here, quietly. The beauty is in what remains and what fades. In the heart of decay, we find meaning. Will these towns vanish, or is there hope for revival? For some, decay is too advanced. They'll become true ghost towns, living on only in memory and photos. But others show a glimmer of hope. In Marfa, artists transformed old buildings into galleries, bringing new life and a new economy. Marfa proves a community can reinvent itself, honoring the past while embracing the future. We see similar sparks in Terlingua and other small towns. Unique hotels, quirky cafes, antique shops. A new kind of tourism is emerging, one that values authenticity, history, and quiet contemplation. People crave real experiences in places with soul. The key is balance, preserving history while creating new opportunities. It's not about erasing the past, but adapting. The future may not look like the past. Art, tourism, or refuge may replace mining and ranching. The hope is real, but it takes vision and respect for the story of the place. These towns have soul in abundance. Their next chapter is being written now. The desert is patient. New life can take root. In these nearly empty towns, we meet remarkable people, the last guardians. They are the keepers of memory, deeply connected to the land and its history. Without them, the stories would vanish. Their resilience is inspiring. They are the faint heartbeat of forgotten communities. An elderly woman in Sanderson recalls every building's story, the dances, the last train. She stays because it's home. A younger man returns to restore his family's ranch, seeing potential where others see decay. He organizes events, bridges generations, and believes in the future. These guardians are unsung heroes, patching roofs, tending cemeteries, collecting photos. They welcome curious travelers, sharing stories freely. Meeting them is the journey's greatest reward. A town is more than buildings. It's its people. As long as one person remains to tell the story, the town endures. The flame is small, but it still burns. Our time in West Texas ends, but the experience lingers. The silence, the sky, the crumbling buildings, and the people's stories stay with us. We came to explore abandoned towns, but found a connection to the American soul, resilience, hope, and time's passage. I hope this journey inspires you to see empty spaces differently. These aren't just places to pass by, they're places to stop, listen, and learn. Forgotten places exist everywhere, maybe near your own home. An old factory, a deserted farmhouse, a closed main street, they all have stories. Seek them out, go on your own adventure. Be a respectful explorer, take only pictures, leave only footprints, listen to the silence. The world is full of hidden stories waiting to be discovered. It's about detours, unexpected discoveries, and human connections. Next time you're on the road, take that side trip. Turn down the dusty lane, you never know what you'll find. The world is waiting. Your own amazing race is out there. Now get out there and explore.